Okay. I just did Slate before we filmed this, and I hit my hand really hard, so I'm a little bit in pain right now. But hey, part 2 of deep questions whilst I'm still working on this puzzle. I hit my chin. What's the word for puzzle in Korean? Puzzle. 한국말로 어떻게?
Puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. AleXa things.
These are not that deep, but they could be deep for some people. We'll see.
Fair.
But,
let's do this.
Alexa, we are very curious.
Yes.
Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say out loud?
I mean, that's situational. For me, if it's like a serious conversation that like I've been needing to have with someone, yeah, I rehearse it. Like, I mean, I talk to myself in the shower sometimes, and I have fake conversations about, oh my god, how would I say this to this person? Like, what about this? But I mean, if it's not like a super serious phone call, no, I don't rehearse. But if it's something that like is an important subject, yeah, I kind of make bullet points in my head, and I'm like, okay, this is how this should go, hopefully.
But you do talk to yourself a lot.
I do. 혼자말.
A little bit too much. Okay,
Fine.
next question. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time, and why haven't you done it?
That's a good question. 너무 좋은 질문인데요. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do. I've got a really long bucket list. And I'm only 23. I don't know. For one, let me think. I mean, I've always wanted to travel, like, the world and go to as many countries as possible, but, like, right now it's, you know, finding time. Because we are very busy, but hey, hopefully with future schedules, that'll give the opportunity, so hey, keep an eye out. I don't know, but, you know, I want to travel the world. That's been a life goal of mine. How very Sagittarius of me. But yeah, travel is the world.
Okay, if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I think for one, if anybody out there is a musical fan or a Tim Burton fan like me, you might know the story Big Fish. And in Big Fish, there's a witch, and if you look into her eye, you see how you die. And honestly, if I could ask a crystal ball anything, I think I would ask how I would die. Because much like in the movie, whenever times of peril start, you know, the character says to himself, oh, but this isn't how I go. So I guess it'd be a little comforting to know when and how so that you can live your life to the fullest up until that point in your life. So I think I'd ask that. So, yeah. What's
your favorite book or movie of all time, and why did it speak to you so much?
Favorite book or movie? There's this book called Venomous. I forgot who the author is, but like I read it, and for some reason I resonated with it. Not because of necessarily the plot itself, but just because it's centered around like the outcasts of like social circles. And like, it was just kind of uplifting to listen to that, you know, like we can find love, we can find happiness, we can find friends, that kind of thing. So it's a memorable book for me that has stuck in my memory since then. And favorite movie, y'all know I always be saying this, but it's Jim Henson's The Labyrinth starring David Bowie. I am a huge David Bowie fan. I love fantasy movies, and I was shown that movie specifically at a very young age, at a very impressionable age, and I think that's why I love David Bowie so much now. But yeah, Labyrinth. It's just a very fun, wholesome movie. So, Labyrinth by David.
What fictional character you most relate to?
What fictional character I most relate to? Oh my gosh. Fictional character I most relate to? Well, I need to stitch. Oh, how that means fabulous. But like, I need to simmer on that one. Give me a second. I need to simmer. Well,
maybe a character that whose life changed drastically.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana.
You get the best of both worlds. I mean, honestly though, that is kind of true though. I mean, she was Miley Stewart by day, Miss Hannah Montana by night when she put that wig on. So I mean, yeah, that'll work. I mean, I technically am living a double life though. It's not secret necessarily, but I mean, oh my gosh, I'm Hannah Montana. Taste of wig. I'm Hannah Montana. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. If anybody that's within my age group that knows what Hannah Montana is, you're gonna get the reference with. I'm Hannah Montana. Oh yeah, you get the limo out front. Ooh, hottest styles, every shoe, every color. Forgot how the rest of the song goes. You get the best of both worlds.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Alex.
I make bad choices sometimes.
Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Elaborate on why or why not.
Firstly, aliens. You know, I mean, I definitely believe there's extraterrestrial life. Maybe not as scary as it's depicted in horror movies like, you know, Interstellar and Alien and whatnot. But, is Interstellar the right movie? I don't know. The thing with the mossy thing and then the dude goes, yeah. No, I definitely believe there's life in other planets because, you know, if you look at it, planet Earth is this tiny little speck in the Milky Way galaxy, but the galaxy is only one of many in this universe, so it's like there's bound to be life on other planets. There's no way we're the only ones, because like they found water on a different planet, so I'm pretty sure where there's water there's life, because there's gotta be microorganisms. So maybe not humans, but like at least microorganisms with functioning organelles and all that jazz. So science.
What is the strangest dream you've ever had?
Strangest dream I've ever had. Oh my gosh, I really don't recount like old dreams, but I know that recently I had a dream where it was like my high school drama teacher, like 3 of my hometown friends, and we were all in my dream. I forgot what we were doing, but like for some reason we were all in this one place and I was like, what? This ain't right, but okay, sure. Yeah, I don't remember what happened though, that's the thing, but it was that mix of people and I was like, I woke up very confused to say the least, but that.
Okay, Alex.
Yes.
Stop.
AleXa. Yes, that's me.
If your life was a movie or a book, what would be the title to it?
If my life was a movie or a book, what would the title be? I think I would low-key steal it from one of these shows I watched as a kid. It would be As Told by Alex instead of As Told by Ginger. But yeah, definitely As Told by Alex, I think. So.
If you had a second episode, what would it be named?
There's a sequel. As Told by Alex Part 2. As retold by Alex. I promise I'm a creative person, but woo!
Okay, so how did your puzzle go?
I really didn't get a lot done this time, but I'm scared this is gonna break. I got a little on stitch. I got that done. Half of Lilo's head is in 2 separate parts, and I believe this corner is the most important part that I've done. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm trying so hard.
AleXa, thank you so much for being so honest with us. And
thanks for watching me stare at a bunch of pieces of cardboard and try to make a picture out of it for however long this video is. And I hope that, you know, with these questions, if you guys are actually interested about me, that you took something away from it maybe. And I hope that maybe through future contents like this, if there's something I say that resonates with you, that's something I'd be super grateful for, because I would really love to help you guys and be with you in whatever way I can. So stay happy. 늘 행복하세요. Until then, 다음에 봐요. 지금까지 AleXa. Ayosumnida. Bye. It's family. I'm family. I forgot.